Manchester United 2, West Brom 1. Manchester United have got a hard-fought win there this afternoon to take all 3 points away from West Brom. Manchester United and West Brom haven't performed a decent game today. It hasn't been a great game for Manchester United, but we've got the 3 points. That's all that matters at this stage. Just got to keep winning and just see where it takes us. Hopefully we can cement that place in second position. We have rotated a bit to the squad. Ashley Young's come back in and Herrera's come back into the team. I would as soon have seen Scott McTominay and Luke Shaw kept in them positions, but Jose Mourinho has shuffled the back again. Probably with the next 2 games coming up in mind, Bristol City on Wednesday, and then on Friday we've got Leicester City. So 2 more games coming in quick succession, so that's probably his thinking there. Romelu Lukaku obviously starting in attack and breaking the deadlock with a nice header from a Marcus Rashford cross, who Marcus Rashford started in place of Anthony Martial. So we broke the deadlock. Not the best of starts in the game, not a great game to be honest, but we broke the deadlock. Then we got the second goal, Jesse Lingard having a deflected shot. I think it was going on target, so he's claimed the goal, which is nice to see. Jesse Lingard getting another goal for Manchester United, really stepping up to the plate lately, Jesse Lingard, and he's become a regular starter in recent weeks for Manchester United. Even the best of Jesse Lingard's fans would have probably thought he was always going to remain a squad man, which we need players like that in the squad, but at the moment he's getting a run of games, which is nice to see him grabbing himself another goal. So he's got a number of goals and assists this season. I think that's about 7 goals for the season, which is a great return considering that it's only halfway through the season. So there's still a long way to go. He could end up with 10, 12 goals this season, which he did say after winning the FA Cup a couple of years ago that he thinks that he can get to sort of a 10, 15 goal a season man, which I hope he can now he's hitting his prime years. So overall pretty pleased to go into half time 2-0 up, but we sat off the second half and were worse second half. They brought Gareth Barry on and he got a goal later on in the game to get them back into the game from some poor defending, a set piece which Manchester United didn't deal with. But they almost got another goal, David Hare messing it up, and we just about managed to clear the ball to prevent a second equal, and it would have been an equaliser. Manchester United not waking up. We did make changes in that second half. Valencia getting a hamstring injury, which was a massive blow for Manchester United, but it was Marcus Rojo who come onto the pitch, not Luke Shaw, which was a bit disappointing because Luke Shaw has put in a couple of man of the match performances recently when he started, so it's disappointing. But I presume that he's going to use Luke Shaw again in the week, which he probably didn't want to use him too quick in succession considering he hasn't played a lot of football recently. So hopefully that means as well Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't come onto the pitch again in this one. He has in recent weeks been coming on as a substitute, but in these last 2 he hasn't come on as a substitute. So I don't know if he's thinking that he's going to start him in the game against Bristol City. We did bring Martial on and Scott McTominay on in the second half as well. Hopefully Scott McTominay can start that game against Bristol City because Marouane Fellaini is out and Paul Pogba will return from suspension for that game, probably against Bristol City. So you could see maybe them 2 play in the midfield. I'm not too sure what's up with Carrick, so he probably won't play either, but Matic will surely need a rest in that game. So there will be some heavy rotation in that game. He did hint that maybe Blind and Darmian can play, but why not give Axel Tuanzebe a run out in that game against Bristol City with no Valencia? That I can't understand why we can't use him at least in one of these next 2 games. Axel Tuanzebe, he hasn't got nowhere near as much football as he should have got of late when we've had injuries. Okay, we are stacked in the centre-back position at this moment in time with Rojo coming back. Even without Eric Bay, we are stacked in that position. We've got Lindelof as well, but Axel Tuanzebe has played at times in the right-back position. He did start the last League Cup game in the centre-back position, so hopefully he can get a run out in that game. They're the two youngsters that we would like to see given a run out against Bristol City. We've got 2 games coming thick and fast anyway, so it's good to get the victory this afternoon. We've hung on there at the death. Manchester United, we haven't been able to kill the game off and get the 3rd, but who cares at this stage? We just want to get the victories, and you never know in the league. I think the league title race is well and truly done its course, but just keep winning. And if Manchester City were to go on a blip and lose a couple of games on the trot, people may say they're cracking up, and it would be funny. Stranger things have happened. I mean, Leicester City winning the title was stranger than anything we've ever seen. So You just never know, but I don't think the title's happening. But just keep winning. You want to keep that winning mentality and just constantly keep winning and see where it takes you. It can only give you confidence going into other cup competitions, because we're now, I think, on 40-something points, 41 points, which at this stage of the season isn't too bad. You know, if we beat Leicester City on Friday night, that will leave us on 44 points. That's halfway through the season. If we got the same amount of points in the second half of the season, we would finish the season on 88 points. That's only 2 points behind what Arsenal got when they went unbeaten. So that isn't too bad a tally. It wouldn't be if we got to hit that almost that 90-point mark. Wouldn't be a bad tally. Just that Manchester City will probably be hitting near 100 points, maybe even 100 points this season, which is a one-off season for the Premier League. 95 is the limit that anyone's ever got in the Premier League. So we just got to accept that this is a crazy season. Manchester City have been so good this season, and that we're not going to finish top this season. But we've definitely seen improvements on this season. The game today wasn't great, but we've definitely over the season seen a lot of progress, and it does stand us in good stead. I'm still confident that Manchester United were playing a lot better than last season, and last season we did win 2 cup competitions. So that does give me confidence that we could win some cup competition this season. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.